And hello to all my Aries friends, I'd like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'll be doing your free psychic tarot reading for March 2023. Now today they've dialed up for my great Aries a 4-corner spread. It's a great spread for these general readings because it looks at those 4 main areas that people usually ask about in tarot, which is your work, your finances and money, your health, as well as your love corner, the infamous love corner. We're going to take a stroll, a little brush through all 4 of them, guys, and see what is going on for your March. They've asked that I conclude your reading also with a chakra scrub. Actually, all the fire signs got chakra scrubs this month and nobody else. So you think that's a coincidence? I think not. So let's see what's going on with the fire sign chakras, see what we can get going better, what is churning good, and what we can unplug a little bit here. Also going to conclude your reading with the rune stone. That'll bring the whole thing together for us in the end, in closure. And that's it, guys. We are ready to go. The cards are ready to go. I'm going to bring you in the overhead so you can watch lots of interesting things that lie ahead. Let's see what's going on for March for my great Aries. So here we go. I'm going to bring you in overhead. I'd like to share my table with you and show you guys what is going on. So let's push this thing to record. And we're on and recording. What I'm doing now, Aries, these are my ritual cuts. Basically cutting each deck into thirds. Put them back together in a separate order. That satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot and is the same procedure for personal private readings. So here we go. The 4 corners is usually a simpler spread. This is actually the spread that I use to start all my personal private readings. It kind of gets a little snapshot of what's going on in the main areas of your life, so that's why it's perfect for this spread today. This corner up here is work. Start with the Knight, but they say not the person. We're using the energetic definition of that. Work corner is complete with that. Over here is love, guys. Love is a big theme with Strength card. It's a major arcana card, so we pull 2 on top of it. Got a person card that I'm going to check on in a minute to see if that's a person or the energetic king there. Down here, this is financial. Another person card there, but they said not the person there. We're using the energetic definition. This is a pretty smaller spread so far, guys. You guys are being nice and easy on me this month. And then down here, Aries is health. Okay, another short and sweet one there. So really, I need to check my people. I just got one person card there that's not overlapped, so let me do that first. It is not a person. So actually, all the people court cards that you see in this spread, we're using the energetic definition to every single one of them. There is going to be no people cards that we talk about directly. Now, let's check the inverts. I think we have a pretty fair distribution, and we do, so that's going to stay the same. Okay, the only thing that needs to change is that this is the big corner here, your love one here, so I got to pull an Oracle Angel card, and that one actually came inverted too, so that makes 3 out of 4 out of the love corner blocked. So I'm going to do a discard to see if Spirit wants to leave it that way, or we need to upright it all. They actually want it all to stay that way. This one I do upright because that one doesn't get read in reverse, but these do. I read the tarot cards upright and inverted, which expands Spirit's definitions from 78 to 156. I believe that allows me to be quite accurate. So let's show you what we got. Take that off the stand here, a little up close and personal. That's work. Financial. Love. We're going to read these in a different order, but just showing you them all. There's love, okay? And then health, right there with health. Let's get to it, Aries. There is no time to waste. That chakra scrub does take a little bit of time, so I want to make sure I give you guys plenty of it so we can devote it to that. And we did not use that many cards, so I will be able to run it just the way it is when we get there, which will save us all a bunch of time. I'm going to save love for last, guys, because love is your big one. And again, you know, I want to put the effort and energy there. So we can start pretty much anywhere we want. Let's go health first. Going to go health and then work and finance and then break for some moon cycles. Okay, so health, guys. They show a rest and relaxation phase for health. This is a time where you don't really have to worry about much. It's time to kick up your feet and just relax a little bit. It's kind of vacation energy. Why is that coming up under health? Well, probably because your health is okay right now. It's not, no major pressing issues are at the forefront, and that's pretty much good to see. What else do you do with that? You know, not much else to do with that. Now, for some of you, if that's not the case, you need to get more into the calm and relaxed. Maybe you're too busy. You're too, stressed, overwhelmed with work, putting too much time into all the stressors of life and all the circumstances you got going on. And this is Spirit's way of saying, you know what? You should really just try to calm down here. You got to reboot your health here too. So don't do too much. Make sure you're getting enough time to relax, to recharge the energies. Now, the card that they show on top of here, Excuse me. This is my Ten of Swords on an invert. Okay, so this is showing a lot of you guys health-wise are coming out of kind of a tie-me-down phase. A phase, I say tie-me-down like where something really kind of had a hold of you, and now you're kind of breaking free from some kind of shackling of some form. Or maybe just getting more freedom to do more things with your health in general. Maybe you're just, kind of planning, you're in a planning phase instead of a doing phase, okay? So health is checking in pretty good. I like the way that looks, guys. Short and sweet. Moving up to work and finances. Let's do work first. Work, they show an inaction with love coming up under work. Interesting way to put it, but for some of you, you need to find something that you love to do for work, okay? If you are already doing something you care about and are passionate about, this message is probably not for you. This is for the ones who are really struggling with work. This is for my Aries who, let me just tell you first that, work is a big place. It's a big corner of your life. It's work, business, enterprise, area of study, collegiate courses, retirement if you're of that age, what you spend the time doing instead of retirement, as well as entrepreneurship, learning new things. All that stuff fits into this category, guys, even hobbies and interests. So they're saying here that, there's an inaction going on there. So inaction with love, something that you love. So we need to get that turned around. It doesn't mean that you have to do it in March. But what Spirit is doing here is I think they're planting a seed a little bit here. They're letting you know, hey, start thinking about this. It doesn't mean you have to do it, but they really want you to follow your heart. And that is why they brought in my Knight of Cups. Okay, it's more of the emotional. Following your heart, doing what you really care about and are driven to do. Very passionate. They show also here coming up in work, we have good credit, which is good money. Good money coming in, good money going out. It is a nice balancing act. And, it's also perhaps a possibility of getting new money too. Getting new credit. That is basically what the card means. It means new credit, but this can also be energetic. So this is a return on your investment. So the things that you're doing in your work corner right here in March are going to boomerang back to you, and you're going to be getting those dividends later throughout the year, more than likely. So very good there. As we get down into your finance, guys, we have a money message that comes in late in March. For a lot of my Aries, this is a correspondence of some form. So maybe it's like a notification of, hey, you get your taxes back. Hey, you know what? This could be on the bad side too. Hey, you have an extra bill. You forgot about this bill. An extra payment, right? Something like that. So it can be good or bad. It's really just telling me that there's a notification coming for a lot of Aries late in March. Now, when is late in March? I would say St. Patrick's Day or after. 17th and beyond. That gets us into the new moon energy. We'll talk more about that very briefly with your new and full moon forecast. But keeping with the financial theme here, they do say that they want you to be a little bit guarded with your money here. Now, what do they mean by guarded? Well, it just means that be a little defensive. It's not really the time to be splurging and putting a lot into things in March, okay? It's more of a time to hold back. You know what? It's another way of saying save, perhaps. Or also just keeping an eye on where it goes. Sometimes things, especially, you do a lot of spending, things get lost in translation. You never know if you get hit with fraud if you're not looking and stuff like that. So they're saying, hey, just be a little defensive here. Take the higher ground. Get the bird's eye view. Maybe it's just an inventory idea here. Kind of zoom out a little bit and see what is going on financially for you in March. And like I said, it seems like more of a planning month instead of a doing month for my great Aries. Now let's break away for the moon cycles. I'm very excited to tell you guys about a new product as well as a new service with these moon cycle forecasts. And here we go. It is moon cycle forecast time. When I tell you about the moon cycles, what's coming in and out, the first one we got coming here is the full moon. That happens on March 7th. Now, this influence is going to happen right here, right now. Most of you are checking out my video early in March, so this is the best time to start using that full moon energy to your benefit. And this is the best time to get anything out of your life that you don't want there, and it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a person. For some of you, it's people. You got to get rid of some bad baggage people. For others of you, it's baggage emotionally, also mental baggage, all that stuff, even if it's personal, physical stuff, like in a closet, cleaning out a closet, a garage, finishing an old project. If it's got to go out of your life, maybe cutting out sugar, cutting certain things out of your life, it doesn't matter what it is. Full moon energy is ideal for that. That peaks at the 7th. That's when our full moon is, but it doesn't have to be on the 7th. Anytime toward early March is great for that. Now, adversely, we have the new moon that rolls in March 21st, but those influences can start being felt as soon as about St. Patrick's Day, around the 17th. So when St. Patrick's Day hits, that's when you can start really trying to bring things into your life. Attract it. And that peaks on the 21st. You don't have to do it on the 21st. Anytime really around the week is the best time for that. But don't wait too far into March or you'll start getting back into the full moon energy. But talking about that new moon energy, that is the best time to attract, to manifest, and to bring new things into your life that were not there before. Trying to attract something new with work, something new with love perhaps, maybe start something new with health, or even do something new financially that you hadn't done before. These are all best things placed under the new moon, guys. So 21st is your ping date there. If any of this has confused you or you just like a little graphic aid, make it make sense for you a little bit more, I've put together a moon cycle cheat sheet. It is on my website and it is free. It is parked on the Talking About page, the page of stuff that I'm talking about. It is there every single month. I update that for you guys all the time. Also, brand new things while you're at the website. Make sure you check out the brand new gemstone. It is beautiful thing called Snowflake Obsidian. And of course, any black gemstones, those are your protective gemstones. Snowflake Obsidian specifically is a volcanic protector. So it is like a glass stone forged in the volcanoes. Very, very black with little white indentions on it, little white incursions, and those are called, that's why it's called snowflakes, Snowflake Obsidian. So it's the black with the little Dalmatian spots on there. Very pretty stone, and it is one of the earliest stones that was used for scrying. That's what Nostradamus did, seeing through water. So it has very ancient connections, connectivity connections, and it's good about bringing truths to the surface, as well as protecting and transmuting all those negative energies. We don't want any of those. So make sure you check out Snowflake Obsidian. I'm flashing pictures on the screen as I talk about it here, and have the full write-up for you on it too, so you can see all about it that I've done myself from lots of research on Snowflake Obsidian. So check that out. Also on the website, we have a brand new service as well, and this is the cheapest of the cheapest services. This is something that anybody can get at any time, and it is guaranteed the same day that you order it. It does not have to be booked. Wherever you book on the calendar, it doesn't matter. This thing turns around quick. It is a runestone reading. So it is an actual runestone that gets pulled for your energy, which you're going to see later in your reading for the sign. But let's say you want a runestone for your month, what you got going on specifically for you, or hey, maybe you're just having a rough go of it. You need a little inspiration here from Spirit. Runestone will do that for you, and I'll record that for you, and that is an audio reading, so you don't even have to be there for it. It pulls using your birth date, so that is worth checking out on the website as well. Very, very super affordable because it's so quick, but has a profound, lasting impression for you. So check all that stuff out, guys. Make sure you're signed up for the newsletter. That's at the bottom of every single page. Make sure you follow on Facebook as well, because I do giveaways on there as well. So that's it, guys. Back to your reading. Let's go. Okay, Aries, I am back with that love corner. It is love corner time. We start with the strength card inverted. So this is basically lack of strength or weakness. What does that mean? Well, weakness is basically Spirit's way of saying, hey, you know what? Don't act out of weakness. Don't do things just because you're pressured into doing things. Don't commit to a relationship. Don't, get engaged to somebody you're not ready to get engaged with here. So that would be acting out of weakness here. Acting out of strength would be like, you feel very firmly about it. You feel very confident about it. Okay, so that's what Spirit wants you to get into. They want us to basically do this and do this. We want to turn this thing around. We want to turn that weakness into strength, because Spirit's basically saying you have everything you need here. You can handle this on your own. The decision making, no reason to procrastinate. They just want to make sure that you are acting upon strength and not weakness. It's an easy concept to understand, harder to implement. Now, here are the moving parts. This is what's going on. Basically, they say they want to make sure you have a very firm mental grasp of what is going on, that you are making your own decisions in the love corner, not other people making them for you. The love corner is also a big place, guys, because it's not just your love and relationship. Family and pets can come up under here. Close friends can come up under here. Anybody close to your heart, this can be about. So I'm giving you the context here, and hopefully you know where to put it. So they're saying here, be very sharp with your mind. We have the King of Swords. They said not a person. They said the energetic definition. So this is being very, very firm up here. So just being very, and they actually show you're doing a good job here too. So if it was the reverse and this card was flipped, my king was upside down, I'd be like, you know what, you're a mess here. We really need to get this together. Mentally, you're not being very sharp. You're not being very on point here. But that's not the case. Spirit did not say that. And I pay a lot of attention to what they did not say, just as much as what they do say. So there we go. The last thing we have here, we have two other moving parts. That is a big corner. That's why we saved it for last year. We have the Hermit card on an invert. This basically means do not be a hermit. This means be with other people, be with your group, be with your family. You may be being around your family more in March than usual, the people that you care about and that you hold close to your heart. And that's all good stuff to see. They're also telling us here that we have spiritual understanding going on here. So they're bringing you information and symbols. This is what the card says. And helping you understand spiritual truths. I kind of zoom out a little bit with that, and that is just the way that I interpret this card is that I call it my Doctor Strange card. If you've seen the Marvel movies of Doctor Strange, he's kind of moving things around with his hands in the metaphysical and the quantum fields and stuff like that, and that is what I interpret this card as, is that there is things going on behind the scenes. Spirits, deceased loved ones, guardian angels, all these people working for you here, ascended masters, and they are moving the levers in ways that we don't understand necessarily. But I feel like in March, what they're saying here is that you're going to start to understand more about your love corner, more about what is going on with your love situation, your opening of the heart, and so forth with the people that you care about. I view it as a good thing as long as we keep that strength, okay? We need to work out of strength, not out of weakness, and that is Spirit's whole push for your reading. That was really the big thing. So let's get into, I'm going to do your runestone right now, and then we're going to do some chakra scrub, because the runestone kind of applies more to the four corners. So they are already shuffled up. Give them one more swirl, and then we're ready to go. All right, Aries, runestone for March. Going to be this one right here, and it's the letter M, essentially, and it stands for movement. Movement. So we have a lot of moving parts going on here, and that was very much displayed in your love corner. You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of this. Get your head straight. Don't act out of weakness. Together with the group, and you'll start to understand more things. Okay, that's a lot of moving parts there for one corner, but that's movement in general. So movement March, MM. Okay, it's going to be a lot of things going on, guys. So you're going to have to ride this wave. You're going to have to go with the flow. Don't be too rigid with movement, because it's going to move either way, whether you like it or not. Things are going on. So, you know, whether they're talking about movement here with finding something that you love for work, or they're talking about movement with this information that's coming to you later financially in this month of March, or if they're talking about health where, hey, you know what, maybe the movement actually is a little bit less movement, okay? Maybe you've been doing too much movement for your health, like, you know, wearing yourself out. Hey, let's get the movement kind of subsided there with health, get the health back on track. So you can see movement in kind of every single corner here. So that concludes that part. Now let's get into your chakra scrub. Like I said, I didn't use that many cards, so I can run this just the way that it is. That'll save us some time, and it'll save me some editing in the video process, which is always appreciated. Clear my table a little bit. All right, here we go. Now, I may talk about these in a different order, guys, but when I pull them, I draw them 1 through 7, top to bottom, chakras. So here we go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, let's see. The inverts are good. No work needed there. Just need angel card here. Angel here, and an angel here. Lots of angels going on here for your chakra scrub. And like I said, every single fire sign got a chakra scrub this month only. Last month, where there were actually 0 chakra scrubs, just to show you how rare that is, and that fire signs are all getting 1. So let's see what we got. It looks like I can really start anywhere because it's kind of distributed evenly. Let's start at the top, might as well. So this is your crown chakra. This is your connection to the solar, to the lunar, to the higher dimensional planes here. They're saying it's slow. Okay, so your connectivity in March to the top is not going to be very good. Or maybe it's just because you don't really do much of it. Maybe you don't meditate very much. You know, it's like a muscle. You gotta use it. You know, if you don't use it, you lose it. That kind of thing. So it's a good time as any to get started with something like that, or to expand your consciousness. You know, it's gonna be hard to do. That's what they're showing here, but you got to start somewhere, right? So this is also something that you can pay attention to more with the moon cycles, bringing things into and out of your life, which we've already discussed. As we move down from there, now we get into third eye, okay? They bring in Lady Justice card. So this is a card about karmic third eye. Things that you're doing now are going to come back to you. We talked about that earlier in your reading, and they're kind of reinforcing this with your third eye here. So they really want you to launch, and this is especially like guided meditation stuff. This is deep dreaming, the lucid dreaming state. And here they also talk in the angel card to spread your wings. So this is an area that they definitely want Aries to expand upon. They're not saying it's bad. They're just saying, hey, you can really launch here, okay? Maybe not through the crown, but the third eye is ready. The third eye is sharp and it's ready to go here, guys. So you guys pay attention to your dreams too, all that stuff. And I should also tell you, before I get further down, the Chakra Scrub is available as a personal product. So if we don't get this, right for you, because we are sharing a lot of Aries bubble energy here, the personal product, the Chakra Scrub, is completely devoted to you. It pulls energy from your birth date, so it's very accurate. As we move down, guys, now we get into the throat region. This is your expression, the way you communicate, and so forth. They show nurturing of love. So you're communicating with your loved ones very, very well, very, very sharp. And this throat chakra is it doesn't really need work. If it did, I was going to pitch that I do have a guided meditation in this area. So if expression, the way you express yourself and communicating is an issue for you, I do have a guided meditation on that you can check out. It is on YouTube. It is also on my website, scottsagent.com. But for the most part of Aries, that one's looking good. I don't think you guys need that, most of you at least. Moving on down from there, now we get into the heart chakra, the love, the empathy, compassion. They show the high priestess. So your heart is becoming full of knowledge, really. You're really getting it all. They're showing like the window is opening here and your heart chakra is just soaking it all in, guys. What a great March heart month for my Aries. I'm not exactly sure the direction they're going with that, but they also talk about indigo in crystal children. And when that card comes up, I think they're usually just in reference to children in general, just younger kids or something like that. So you may be spending time with your kids or grandkids, something like that, the people close to your heart. And you know what? That's a great thing to see. Heart chakra kicking very well, Aries. All right. Now we move down from there. Now we get into the yellow chakra. This is your willpower center, your do. Now here they're showing that this is a little bit kinked. This is a little bit, there's messaging coming in, and what they really are kind of pushing you to do here is something in the work corner. Okay, they're saying that this is something that you need to address with new. Okay, not something to get out, but something to add to your work corner. What that is for you, I'm not sure, but this is saying that that's where the call for willpower comes from. They're basically saying you need to put the yellow into work. That's what this essentially means, and that's Spirit's language of saying, you know what, we need to get to find, you need to get to work and chop something out here with something with work that you care about. Okay, so I know we talked about that very briefly in your four corners, and they expanded on it a little bit here with your chakra scrub, so we can get that yellow using to your benefit to bring in new things. That's what they're telling you, is like, you can guide, you can lean on this yellow, and you can use the color process too. You can wear the color yellow if you need more willpower, if you feel like you're having an issue with that, or if you just want this energy for something for work. Yellow is your color for it. Let's move down, guys. We move down into the orange. Orange is your emotional center, and this one's all over the place. This is the only kind of hiccup spot, if you will, for my Aries, for my fire signs here. You guys are the first one I'm reading, so I don't know if this is continuous through all the fire signs or if this is just a standalone for you until I get them all done. So you guys are, breaking the seal here, but they show the moon card. And this is not about the moon with the moon cycles. This is about the moon, kind of the weird, fuzzy, mysterious, not really sure about things energy coming into your emotions. So don't, try to keep this under control. Don't let your emotions get out of place and run amok and go all over the place. You want to stay grounded. You want to stay in the logical realm of things. Don't let your emotions control you. You usually make very bad decisions. All of us do when we're emotional, whether it's high or low. If we're way too excited about things, usually we overshoot and make bad decisions. And if we're upset or sad or angry about things, we also make bad decisions because we make rash, quick decisions. Okay, so they talk about counselor here. So some of you may want to consider talking to somebody about some of these things. And also, some of you are really good counselors yourselves. So you could really benefit other people from talking about issues that they have emotionally. Okay, very good. And then we wrap up at the very end with root chakra. This is your red chakra, and this is the base kind of the spine area. And this, if this was a health scrub, I'd say your arms, your legs, your sexual organs, hip, all that kind of area here, tailbone. But it's not a health scrub. But I feel like there is a health connection to it here. So there's something here that they're saying that I got my King of Pentacles on a block. This is something earthly that is coming in on a block that you're not being authoritative about. So we want to bring authority to the root chakra. And your root chakra is your grounding. That's something that you can do to improve this here, is to get grounded. How can you get grounded? Well, you can get out into nature. You can go to the beach, go on a hike, and go touch a tree. You know, they call it tree hugger for a reason. So even if you're not around any of that kind of stuff, let's say you're right smack dab in the city and there's nothing around you except concrete, you can take a nice bath. Okay, water is a great conductor. It is very good for grounding. So that's what we have for your chakra scrub. Very interesting. And like I said, it is available for a personal product on scottsagent.com if this is something that interests you. And that concludes what has been a very interesting March for my Aries. I hope you guys enjoy it and put it to good use. That's what it's all about. And please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future videos. I do these every single month. And have a great March.